What should you use to edit your videos? Let's get it going. Hi and welcome to this episode of the forum. My name is Scott Haslam and I'm your president of the Leeds #1 amalgamated branch of the Communication Workers Union. Our videos include trade union related news, interviews and tutorials like this one, so if this is your first time watching or haven't already, please consider subscribing and hit the bell symbol to be notified when we upload future videos. Now for me personally, you should know that I am an Apple user. I like the interface, I like the ecosystem and I like the experience. So when I started to produce videos for this channel, I use the native software installed on my Mac. Now, I do understand not everyone will have a Mac or even want to buy one or even want to own anything by Apple. So I will cover what options are available to you later in this video. I'll also cover how my videos are subtitled. Well, put simply, it will help polish your final creation. It'll help you cut out the pauses or the dreaded ums and ers. It'll enable you to help keep the viewer engaged with visual stimuli. You can speed up the video in a time-lapse style, and the software can even change the
pitch of your voice so you can sound like a chipmunk.
The edited video should ultimately lead to a better response from the viewer. Now that could be in the form of information retention of the message you're trying to give, or better exposure because the viewer wants to share your video compared to somebody else's. But also, once you understand the editing process and combine that with proper planning of the video, will mean less takes, a more professional finish and a genuine boost to your own confidence in front of the camera. So, as I said earlier, I am an Apple user and so I started editing videos using the native software installed on my Mac, iMovie. This piece of software does what I needed to do and I found it easy to learn, use, and the finished videos are getting better the more I use it. iMovie is free, but a new Mac will cost you upwards of £1,000, so in this respect, and perhaps as your skills develop, iMovie may become more limited. But where you want more out of your video editing software, then you may find that Final Cut Pro 10 is more fitting. It has many more options to edit your videos, but will set you back an additional £300. I have downloaded and tried out an alternative video editing software on my Mac, Davinci Resolve. It is also a cross-platform piece of software that comes in two versions. A free version or a version that costs £239 containing some nifty extras for the pro user. This editing suite works extremely well on a Mac. However, I must confess that unless you have a Mac with a dedicated graphics card, it performs far more slowly than iMovie. I found it to have a significant lag during the editing process, so I reverted back to iMovie. Now I expect the same will be true if you use Davinci Resolve on a Windows PC that lacks a quality graphics card. So I'd recommend trying out the free version before parting with any of your hard-earned cash. Alternatively, you can edit your videos on the go, on your phone or on your tablet. Again, because I have an iPhone and an iPad, I can use iMovie. Now I personally don't like this app. It isn't as powerful as the desktop version, and for example, you can't use the green screen effect. It also doesn't have the option to stabilize video footage either, so additional apps are required for this. The best video editing app for iOS is by far LumaFusion. It does cost £20, but it can handle 3 video feeds, whereas iMovie, even the desktop version, can only handle 2. It has an abundance of effects, but I do find it's best used on an iPad for the larger screen and Apple Pencil support. Should you have some footage that needs stabilizing, then LumaFusion can't do this either, but the Emulsio app does. Now this app is free, but you will need to pay £7.99 to remove the watermark. So for the cost of under 30 quid, you could have a powerful video stabilizing and editing combo for your iPad. This may be a far more attractive option compared to buying a new Mac. I personally don't subtitle my videos within the editing software. I don't see the need to be honest. Why should I spend time doing this when Google will do it for me for free? What I mean by this is, when you upload your video to YouTube, you can enable YouTube to automatically subtitle your videos. Now depending on your accent, the quality of the video, there may be some anomalies. But once done, I go through the text and tweak the anomalies accordingly. If you've written a script, as I've suggested in the previous video, I'll put a link up here, then you can upload that document direct to YouTube, and YouTube will auto sync the text, saving you even more work and time. Now do check the description below for links to all references in this video. If you found this video useful, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please share us with your friends on social media. Remember, unity is strength. Thanks for watching.